For having this event and inviting me. So before I begin sharing what I write, I would like to share who I am and why did I start writing. So as a single mom of two, my goal was I praised God and I asked God to help me make a way to make supplemental income for my kids. And I said, whatever you tell me to do, I'm going to do it. Well, we all know, be careful what you pray for, because you just might get it. So my answer was to write a book. And what's funny about that, in 2013, I had all of the material for this book to be published in 2014. So I thank God for that, but definitely public speaking is not my forte. But as a single mom, I wanted to spend more time with my kids. I wanted them to travel with me because I know each and every day they are doing something new, they are becoming older. So I published Motivation, Serenity, Gratitude in 2014. But I asked God, I wanted to publish something that was meaningful to me, but also something that we all can use each and every day. So I'm not sure if many of you all eat Chinese food, but sometimes they say it's no MSG found in your food. So what I tried to do was turn it around and say, we need MSG in each and every day. So for Motivation, Serenity, Gratitude, it means a lot to me. The M stands for Mary, the S stands for Samaria, and the G stands for George, which is my kids. So the abbreviation is message. So the different thing about Motivation, Serenity, Gratitude, it is a daily devotion. The only thing you don't have to worry about is the date or time. You know how if you get a daily devotion, it's a January 1st through December the 31st. So you're trying to cram it in. But one thing I realized in life, we all have, if you all can see this, we all have a vision. It's clear, you can see it, it's fresh, right? But what tends to happen is, this is our environment. You can't see anything, right? Okay, I'm gonna show you exactly what happens with your environment. So you're hanging around the wrong people. Ready? All right. Excuse my shaking nerves a little bit. So you hang around the wrong people. It don't take much for it to pollute your environment. Then you're doing the wrong things, right? Because you're hanging around the wrong people. What tends to happen? It's polluting your environment. So in the end, you become your environment. So my goal is to help you become your success story so that you don't have to be a product of your environment. So I'm going to read a few excerpts from Motivation, Serenity, Gratitude, which is day 1. Step outside of your comfort zone to reach the world. Your affirmation, life without challenges brings no growth. For me as a writer, I read this book for a year because I wanted to put myself in the shoes of a reader to see what is it that I want them to take from this book. Let me tell you, God still works in mysterious ways. So it's the part where you can write a note. And my note was, in order for God's vision to reach the world, I have to step outside what comforts me and doesn't push me to go further than I can imagine. And what we need to realize, I really was looking for a box. We're inside this box mentality. It's 4 corners. You can't go far. You go into each corner. But what God wants you to do is step outside of what comforts you so that you can reach the multitude, because all of us, we have a story. Somebody is waiting to hear what we've been through. So I encourage you, if you're trying to write a book, to try to write that book because someone is experiencing just what you're going through. All right, we're in day 105. You will never know how strong you are until being strong is the only choice you have. Whew. I know how that feels. And my affirmation was, someone is counting on me to pull out of this for them. And for me, that was my kids. It can be your friend. It can be a stranger. But understand this, strength brings you up, but weakness tears you down. So think about this when you're at your last end and you say, I don't think somebody loved me. I don't think somebody needed me. But in the end, someone out there loves you and someone is counting on you to pull through. And day 3, 13. Being part of a team starts at home. If you can't survive the home team, then it's impossible to become part of an away team. And your recite part is cover all bases before opting into another team. And my thought was that sometimes we tend to look for other options. I can talk about relationships. We can talk about marriage. But what you need to understand is you have to fight for your team. We all have challenges, whether that's at work or at home. We must understand that you can survive anything that you face. And there's 365 ways you can break every chain to become better. A chain is anything that's hindering you from moving forward. That can be your family member, it can be your friends. For me, it was some of my family, some of my friends. But I want to encourage you to step outside of the norm because God is trying to take you to a place that's unfamiliar. But I guarantee you, if you submit to Him, all things will work together for your good. If you would like to follow me on social media, Facebook, Twitter, Instagram. I'm on Facebook, Twitter, and Instagram on a Motivational Mary. And that's all I have to say. And thank you for having me.
Yes, it's something about that Mary. She done came up here and broke it down for us. I was in class. I loved it. I really did. And when you broke down that glass thing, that is so true. You know, what we hang around, it definitely does pollute us if it's not the right people. So that girl who lived behind the fence came out. God will do it. He'll do that to you. He'll put you in a situation. That's how the Leap of Faith Network came along. One leap of faith to the next leap of faith to the next leap of faith, and it just kept going on and going on. And everything I know how to do today, I didn't know how to do when I started. But when you get thirsty and hungry, you got to look for some food and water to drink and eat. So you guys still having a good time?